Freedom is actually a very fluid concept. It's more than just getting to go where you want to go and do what you want to do, right? It's a state of mind. Whether you are going to be with family or if you're alone for Thanksgiving or many days that are coming up, my heart goes out to you for what you've lost. Maybe it's a person, maybe it's your pre-COVID days, but I don't want you to let this pandemic steal your joy. Find little things to be really excited about. You know, somewhere in my cloudy memories pre-COVID, I recall when my father was dying of cancer. So this was almost 30 years ago. And it was Thanksgiving, and he was going to pass away really quickly. And my mom was in the hospital with him, and I was at the hospital. And my siblings were a little bit older than me, and they each thought that one of the others asked me to Thanksgiving. And we all decided that we would let my mom have Thanksgiving alone with my dad. And so I found myself spending Thanksgiving alone in the hospital cafeteria. And they were actually closing up by the time I got down there. And there was one gentleman who was there closing up and cleaning up, and he let me have some of the leftover turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes, and he sat down as well because it was towards the end of his shift and he was able to eat as well. And we really didn't say much to each other. We were both pretty young and early 20s. It was really awkward, and we didn't say much to each other. But I will never forget that kindness that he let me have Thanksgiving dinner. He didn't charge me, and I remember he was working really hard, and I was very aware that he wasn't spending Thanksgiving with his family either. And we were in very different situations, but in a lot of ways we were the same. And that's how I feel about all of us right now. Whether you're spending Thanksgiving with family and you are not wearing masks or distancing, or whether you're fearful or you're being cautious, it doesn't matter where you are in this spectrum, right? We're all in trauma. And in this cloudy space of how do we stay safe? How do we keep the economy going? How do we enjoy rituals and holidays that are now altered? We have to come up with new ways of doing that. We have to come up with new ways of finding new rituals that will bring us joy. And so I want to just offer this to you, that taking in the landscape around you, going for a walk maybe, just enjoying some private time, and just feeling blessed at where you are. Now, at the same time, gratitude doesn't mean denial. So I want you to feel gratitude, but don't be in denial. Allow yourself to be sad. Allow yourself to mourn, because we do have a lot to be sad about, and that's okay. Again, we're all in trauma, and some trauma looks like sadness. Some trauma looks like anger. So when you see people on social networking that are flipping out and being angry and all of this, or really fearful, understand that all of these different spectrums are just different sides of the same coin. So I would love for you to just breathe in some relaxation and just focus on your inner happiness and your inner gratitude. That Thanksgiving that I'm hearkening back to was my father's last Thanksgiving. So it was the previous year that I was actually able to celebrate Thanksgiving with him. And I was 20 years old. I was actually 19 when I was able to celebrate Thanksgiving with him. So I haven't had my dad around since I was 20. And I think back though to that Thanksgiving, and while it's very bittersweet because it was very sad because my father passed away soon after, I never forgot the beauty and the selflessness and the kindness of that stranger. And I don't know his name, and I don't know how to reach him or anything, all these years later, 30 years later, but you know what? I hope that he knows that he really changed my life. So whatever you can do to change someone's life for the better, even if it's something small on your part, it can make such a big impact. And I think that's where freedom really is being able to make an impact in your own life as well as someone else's life. because freedom is really not something that's external, it's internal. So work on your freedom of your expression and how you feel and how you view the world, knowledge, and your gratitude. No one can take that away from you. Take a few seconds just to breathe, fill your heart with joy and gratitude, and please leave a comment below. Stay connected. Please check out the description because I do have an invite for you for after Thanksgiving dinner to have hot chocolate or a cup of coffee with me on Zoom. Have a beautiful, happy Thanksgiving.